Hello everyone! Like the title of the video says, this time I want to tell you about 13 different ways to make money online through anime drawing. I learned these methods through years of experience and trial and error. Some of these ideas I tried personally and some I didn't try, and some worked for me and some didn't. But anyway, I want to mention all those ideas because they could benefit you in a way or another. First of all, and most importantly, as artists, our main goal for drawing shouldn't be just to make money or to gain fame through followers and such, because those kinds of goals are not good enough motivation to keep you going through this not so easy way. But rather, our motivation should come out of pure passion. We're pursuing this because we love doing it, and because we love it so much, it would be great to make a living out of it. To be able to work in this kind of a field, you need two important things. First of all, you need good drawing skills. It doesn't matter whether it's traditional or digital, you need drawing skills that are desired by other people, because this kind of work totally depends on how much other people like your art and want it in their life. And the second important thing is an audience. You totally need an audience because you're promoting your artworks, you're advertising your services of drawing, and you totally need an audience so that you can sell those stuff too, since it's an online job and it totally depends on buying and selling and advertising and marketing yourself. So yeah, whether we like it or not, audience is really necessary for this kind of work. Now let's talk about financial income. We can say that there are two types of financial income, active income and passive income. Active income is the kind of income where you have to work continuously so that you can make money. The moment you stop working, your flow of income stops. You can totally say it's similar to being in employment. You're working for a salary and you can't leave your job. If you quit your job or God forbid you got fired, then your flow of income unfortunately stops. While passive income is the income that doesn't need continuous work, you work on something once and you leave it out there to generate an income. This kind of income allows you to take breaks and work at your own pace, and you would be your own boss, and it saves you a lot of stress. So anyway, for the 13 methods I'll mention in this video, I'll clarify in my personal opinion whether this method is active or passive. And that's all for the introductions. Let's get right into the topic already. Method number 1. Commissions. While it's a very well-known term online among artists, in case you're new to the field, commissions are basically when someone asks you to draw something for them, you don't draw it for free, but you charge money for this service that you're providing. Of course, commissions come in various types and sizes, like it could be just one artwork, or multiple artworks, or an entire project on its own. And to do commissions, you will need to promote your artworks, as well as your pricing for each type. I'd love to talk more about this, but I'm not the best and most experienced in commissions. I'm pretty sure other artists have covered this topic really well, so I'll leave the rest to you to research this so that you can get started with this if you're interested. But anyway, when it comes to commissions, they are considered active income, because you have to continuously draw so that you can make some money. And if you stop drawing, you won't have flow of money. And honestly speaking, it's a hectic cycle if you just start doing commissions without doing anything else, because if it's your only source of income, you just cannot stop. So I highly advise that while you do commissions, make use of the other methods that I'll mention later so that you can make some more money on the side. Method number 2, creating videos. Now the main two platforms currently for making videos are YouTube and TikTok. I'm not very experienced with TikTok and I only have an account there just for trial purposes, so I'm not the best to talk about this, but anyway, I know that they have something called TikTok Creator Fund. You can read about it and research it to know how to make money through that platform. But the majority of my experience is with YouTube, so I have more to tell you about it. When it comes to YouTube, there are different ways to make money. The first method is through YouTube ads. While literally anyone can make a channel on YouTube, you can't just monetize it immediately. You would need 1,000 subscribers for your channel and 4,000 public watch hours within a year. Once you hit those requirements, you can apply for the YouTube Partner Program, and upon reviewing your channel and getting accepted, ads will start showing on your videos and you can make some sort of income. But to be honest, it's not that much of an income unless you have hundreds of thousands of views and a lot of watch hours for your videos, because that's what really counts. And also one important thing is that the amount you make from YouTube ads totally depends on where your viewers are from. Some countries pay higher than other countries, so that's another aspect that plays a role into this equation. But anyway, that's not the only way to make money on YouTube. They're constantly improving and introducing new methods. So for example, once your channel grows to a certain number of subscribers, you have more methods unlocked, like the super chat, which is basically when you're on live streaming or premiering your video, people can directly support you financially while getting their messages highlighted on your chat. There is also channel memberships. If you enable those, you can have like a monthly subscription where people pay to, for example, get exclusive videos, exclusive live streams, and you can also offer emotes that you draw so that your channel members can show them off in the chats on your channel. And there's also merch. You can connect your channel with a merch shop where you can design different products of your artworks, and it would be a print-on-demand service. The nice thing about YouTube is that you can get paid directly to your bank account without going through online payment platforms. Now that was regarding the income you directly make through YouTube, but there are other ways. Once your channel grows, you'll most likely start getting offers from different companies asking you to review their products or maybe for collaborations, but when it comes to product review videos, most of the time they're unpaid. So we can't really consider them as a source of income, unless let's say you tried the product and you don't really need it. In that case, you can sell this product to someone else and you can make some money of it, even if it's not much. But there's another thing called sponsorships. Some companies might contact you to sponsor your video. Basically, you advertise for them in your video and you get compensated monetarily for that portion that you include. And the third way is through affiliate programs, basically promoting products or services of different companies, and if someone buys the service or the product through the link that you provide, you get a cut or a commission of that sale. When it comes to YouTube, some companies might offer you this, like you basically promote for them and they're not gonna directly pay you, but if you make a sale, then you make money. So you have to be very creative and clever with marketing in order to make some sales. Now when it comes to YouTube, what exactly is its type of income? Personally, I would say that it's both active and passive income. It's mainly active income because if you leave your channel for a while and stop uploading, the reach of your videos will drop and you'll get less viewers and therefore less money. So you need to continuously be pumping videos so that you get those views. And especially if your YouTube videos are backed by sponsors, you have to continuously work, otherwise of course you won't get paid. But it's also passive because even if you stop and your videos are being watched, then you can make some money even if it's not a lot. Anything, even if little, is better than nothing. So in a nutshell, personally I would say YouTube is 20% passive income and 80% active income. Method number 3, streaming. As artists, we can stream ourselves as we're live drawing, whether it was digital or traditional, and there are people who enjoy watching that and enjoy interacting with you and having a chat with you as an artist. There are two main streaming platforms, YouTube and Twitch. As for YouTube, it works very similarly to what I've mentioned before in the previous point, so I'll talk about Twitch. On Twitch, there are 3 different ways to make an income. The first is through subscription. If someone really likes your channel and wants to support it financially, then they can subscribe to your channel and pay on a monthly basis, and in return they can unlock certain benefits. The second method is through direct financial supporting, whether it's through bits or donation, and the third method is through ads. But again, the same thing, ads don't really pay that much, so you would need to have a big number of viewers so that you can see a somehow significant number. As for the payout methods for Twitch, for non-US based international users, you can either get it through a direct bank transfer or a check or through PayPal. Now for streaming, what's the type of income? I would say it's active income because you have to continuously stream so that you can make some money, and if you stop streaming, no income. Let's move on to method 4, which is selling merch. As artists, since we draw a lot, we can also make products of those artworks that we make. And a good thing to do with this is using print-on-demand services. That means you just supply the platform with your artwork and design the product, and the platform would take care of printing the product and packaging and shipping it, and you get a portion of the sale as a revenue. Personally, my favorite print-on-demand website is Redbubble. I like it because it has the most variety of products to design. Redbubble pays their international users through PayPal. But of course, Redbubble is not the only service. There are other services like Teespring, Printful, Printify, and much more. You can do your research to find out which one suits you the best. As for the type of income, I would classify this as passive income because you only work on the product once. However, of course, you still need to promote your shop every now and then so that people can come into it and actually look at your products and maybe purchase some. But personally, I find this to be a challenging method because you need to have knowledge and experience into what attracts people, what people like to buy, and it takes a good number of trial and error until you figure out what works for your artworks and what would actually sell. Method number 5 is drawing digital stickers. As you already know, many chatting apps have stickers with them that you can use to convey your emotions as you're chatting with your friends. Some of these apps offer a chance for creators to make their own stickers and submit them for sale. I know of two main services that do this. The first is Line and the second is iMessage. Now I'm not an Apple user, so I don't really have experience when it comes to iMessage, but I do know that many people do sell their stickers there. So if you are an Apple user, you might consider doing your research and finding out more on how to do this. But I personally have tried Line before. Line is a very popular chatting app and many artists draw and create their own stickers and provide them for sale on this platform. And you can as well sign up and create your own account and start selling your own stickers as well, but they have to be of your original characters and obviously not infringing any copyrights of other parties. For Line stickers, you can get paid through PayPal. And for the type of income, I would say they are a passive income source because you only work on the stickers once and then provide them for sale and get your revenue over time. And if we get to have multiple platforms that accept submissions of creators, then of course, the more places you put it out, the better it would be. But of course, you still need to market those stickers so you can make sales. Especially when it comes to Line stickers, the market is very competitive, so you'll need to put in some efforts to make some sales. Now, method number 6, online courses. To be honest, I don't only urge artists to make online courses, but actually everyone. If you are someone who has knowledge on some specific topic, and you have the ability to speak clearly and explain things in an easy and simple to understand way, then definitely do consider making online courses on whatever topic you're interested in. Online courses in a nutshell are a bunch of video lessons that you record beforehand and then arrange them and publish them into one course, and that's it. You can put it on sale on different platforms and people come and register, so they get to learn from you and gain knowledge while you don't have to be continuously spending effort to create something. Now, there are so many platforms that you can sell your online courses on, and of my favorite platforms is Skillshare. It operates on a monthly subscription system, so once the student subscribes for a membership, they get unlimited access to all the courses on the platform. Personally, I think that's good for instructors as well, since students don't need to do decision making to purchase your course, as they'll immediately have access to it. So I think, from a creator's perspective, you're more likely to get students easier than other platforms. As for payout method, Skillshare pays their creators through PayPal or direct bank transfer. And of course, creating online courses is 100% passive income because you only work on them once, and even though it is tiresome and a lot of work, you only do that once and then you provide your courses for sale, and that's it. Method number 7, direct financial support platforms like Patreon and Ko-fi. If you have an audience that really likes what you do and wants to support you financially, then these two platforms are the best for that. As for Ko-fi, people can support you directly without you having to give any reward in return. However, Patreon is based on a monthly subscription model, so people can subscribe to your exclusive content on a monthly basis, and as an artist you can provide different rewards as a thank you for their financial support. Of course, people can still support you without getting rewards, but it is more recommended to give rewards as an incentive for people to support you. As artists, we have countless things that we can offer as rewards. For example, you can provide high quality versions of your artworks, exclusive access for your work in progress pieces, maybe offering your work files for those who would like to study your methods, or maybe even offering exclusive tutorials explaining your personal methods on how you draw and color, and so on. I highly advise taking a look at other artists' Patreons to have a better idea of what you can offer as rewards. But Patreon specifically, I would classify it as active income, because if you're providing rewards in exchange for the financial support you're getting, you have to be continuously active and give people what you promised them. As for payout methods, Ko-fi pays through PayPal, and Patreon pays through both PayPal or Payoneer. Method number 8, affiliate programs. It's very similar to what I mentioned earlier in the YouTube part, There are many online stores that sell products but also have the door open for people who would like to be affiliates so that you promote their products and get a commission in return for every sale you make through your links. I'm pretty sure there are so many websites that have this service, but the main one that can come to mind is Amazon. Amazon has an affiliate marketing program for all of their branches in different countries. Once you sign up for Amazon Affiliate, in order to continue working with them, you must make at least 3 sales within your first 90 days. And you get a commission for those sales. Now, how is this relevant to us? As artists, we have a lot of art supplies, whether it was digital or traditional. We do have our own set of products. So you can provide links of the products that you actually use. Then you can make some money if someone purchases the item through your link. Some websites that I've personally tried are Amazon, Banggood, and GearBest. However, the last two have limited brands, so you're most likely not gonna find everything you're looking for. Also, for Clip Studio Paint users, Clip Studio Paint has an affiliate program, but they don't really accept everyone, so if you want to try, you'll need to apply and go through their process, and if they accept you, then you can market Clip Studio Paint while making some income back from your marketing. I mean, as a side note, I know we all market for Clip Studio Paint regardless of whether we make money or not. As for Amazon affiliates, their payout method is direct bank transfer, and Banggood and GearBest pay through PayPal, and Clip Studio Paint affiliate pays through Payoneer for international users. As for this type of income, I classify it as active income because you have to continuously promote for those products so you make some money. If you don't promote, then most likely you're not gonna make anything. Method number 9, drawing webtoons. Now, for those who don't know, webtoons are vertical scrolling webcomics, or webcomics that you read on your phone through scrolling, basically. Now, as an artist, if you have stories and you would like to draw them into a comic, then you don't really have to sacrifice and not make anything out of it. Thankfully, we have platforms right now that allow you to upload your comic while making some income through it. It might not be much, but it's better than nothing. The main two platforms that you can upload your webtoon on while allowing you to monetize them are Webtoon Canvas and Tapas. For both websites, if you have a good number of readers and you meet their requirements, then you can opt into their monetization program, which would display ads at the end of your story chapter, so that when readers read your comic chapters, you can make some money through those views. So readers help the creators just by reading their comic. As for the monetization requirements, for Webtoon Canvas, you will need to have 1,000 subscribers and 40,000 views within a month on your comic, which is really hard to get, to be honest, unless you get featured. But once you hit those requirements, you can apply for monetization, and once they review you and approve you, then ads will start showing on your comic. However, when it comes to Webtoon Canvas, be aware that for the time being, they can only review comics with English or Spanish language, so if your comic is in another language, then most likely you're not gonna be able to monetize it on this platform. As for Tapas, their monetization requirement is just to have 100 subscribers on one of your stories. Tapas also has a nice feature that allows readers to support creators through their ink currency, which is their own currency inside the website. You can get ink by purchasing it, or you can also get it for free on their app through completing certain tasks. And once readers have ink, they can support the creator with these coins, and for you as an artist, the ink will be converted as real money. So basically, ink will support you financially. As for payout methods, Webtoon Canvas pays their creators with PayPal or Patreon. And the nice thing is that if you have a Patreon, then you can connect it to your Webtoon Canvas account, and a button will show up on your comic that says Become a Patron. Readers can immediately press on it, and it will take them to your Patreon page. As for Tapas, they pay through PayPal. In both cases, whether you use Tapas or Webtoon Canvas, it would really help a lot to bring your own readers, so if you had an audience, do direct them towards your comics and don't wait for the platforms to advertise your comic for you, because more and more comics are coming to the platforms and it is very competitive. As for the type of income, personally I classify webtoons as passive income because you only draw your chapters once and then put them out for people to read, and you can make some money every time someone reads your comic. Not to mention that it is a whole project on its own that you're doing on phases, and you can definitely utilize the previous methods that I've mentioned to monetize and financially support your creation of your comic. Method number 10 is selling digital products on websites like Gumroad. Gumroad is an e-commerce platform or digital marketplace where you can sell digital services and products. I mentioned it in a separate point because many artists use it as a platform to sell various things of their creation, whether it's brushes or images or line arts or literally so many other options. Just take a look at it and you'll see the countless amazing products being sold there. To be honest, I'm not really sure how much it sells, but it's totally worth mentioning. And there have been other platforms also doing something similar. For example, Coffee, the website I mentioned earlier, also has started offering the option to sell some digital products on your page. It doesn't really hurt to give it a try if you have something to sell and see how it works for you. You can do your own research on this. I don't know what's their payout method since I've never used them before. However, I would classify it as passive income since you only create the product or the asset once and then you offer it for sale. Method number 11. Adoptables. If you don't know what adoptables are, basically, if you're really good with character design and you like creating countless characters, then you can sell those designs, and those would be the characters called adoptables. Of course, you can sell them on whichever social media that you have your audience on. Usually they're sold in a bidding basis, but of course you can also sell it for a one-time price. And since you're selling it on your own, then you get to choose which payment platform you want. However, as an income type, this can be classified as an active income because if you choose to work with this, you have to continuously be designing characters and offering them for sale so that you can make some money. Method number 12. Creating a website or a blog. Whether you have a website or a blog, if you have good traffic of visitors to your website, then definitely consider applying for Google AdSense so that you can have ads displayed on your website so that you generate some money just by visitors coming to your website. Now, your website or blog can have all sorts of different things, but I would generally recommend posting useful content, like tutorials for example, because tutorials attract the most attention since people love learning. But of course, you can also have different kinds of contents, like recommending best brushes or best practices or giving general advice on art and things like that. And of course, you can still make use of many of the different methods I mentioned earlier. You can really be so creative with mixing and matching all those different ways. And even if you had a webcomic, you can actually host it on your website. However, I personally tried creating a website and monetizing it, and since a comic website would be mainly picture based, Google AdSense doesn't like that. They like to see text content. From my research, I think they require something along the lines of 30,000 words on a website so that it can be approved for displaying ads. And personally, it didn't work with me and I kind of gave up on it. But in case you're thinking of doing this sometime in the future, it's very good to have this in mind. As for the type of income, I would say that a website or a blog is both passive income and active income. It's active because you have to continuously create content so that the website stays active and up to date, but passive as well because all the content that you have created is already up there, and if you have traffic, then it can be a good source of income. And a really good example on that you can instantly check is those baking and cooking websites that offer recipes, and they're very heavily text based and full of ads and everything. I wonder how much these people make, but anyway, it's good to take a look at them as an example so you can get ideas on what to do with your own website. And last but not least, method number 13, creating assets. The concept of assets is basically creating something that people would want to buy so that they can use it. Let me give you an example. Now, as I'm drawing my webtoon, the events of my story take place at different locations, and therefore it would require different backgrounds. For me, I'm not that good with drawing backgrounds, and it also takes a lot of time to draw everything from scratch. So what I do is I buy assets, whether it's 3D models or brushes or images, and use them in my comic to escalate my work process. And I made a whole video on that you can check. But anyway, that's from my side as a user. But if you flip the sides, if you are the creator and you're creating those assets, then you can sell them on different platforms. To be honest, I never tried doing this, but the idea came to me and I thought it's interesting, so I thought it would be good to share it. So you work on creating the asset and offer it for sale, and people can come buy it and use it, and you make some income out of that. I'm pretty sure there are multiple platforms where you can sell them, and one of them is Gumroad, which I mentioned earlier, but I know two main platforms that specifically sell such assets, which are Acon 3D and Clip Studio Assets. Clip Studio Assets is the store that comes with the Clip Studio Paint. It has all kinds of amazing products. Of course, there are so many free products, but people can also create and sell their own assets. And if you're wondering what would you be able to sell, there are countless things that you can sell. You can make brushes, you can make poses, you can make textures and images, reference materials. The possibilities are countless. Just take a look at the Clip Studio Assets so you can get a better idea on what people are interested in. And you can browse both top paid and top free assets so you can get a better idea. But at the same time, I'm not really sure how it sells because the competition is very high. Every day there are hundreds of new assets added to the asset store, so you can imagine how competitive it is. But it doesn't hurt to give it a try and see how it goes. The other platform, Acorn 3D, is mainly a platform for 3D models for Webtoon artists, but also they sell a lot of brushes and image materials for artists to use, even in their illustrations, not necessarily just Webtoons. So if you are an artist with a high level of quality, then you can take a look and maybe consider selling your own assets there. You would benefit not just yourself, but also the artists who are struggling creating this certain asset. I don't know about both platforms' payout methods since I've never tried them before, but as for the type of income, I would say that it is totally passive income because you only need to work on your asset once and then you offer it for sale. And yeah, we have made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much if you've watched this far. It was a very long video, much longer than my usual, but I truly hope it was useful at least to some of you. I just want to say, be creative and give yourself a chance. Times have changed and nowadays thankfully there are so many different ways for artists to make money, and of course it's not an easy path at all. You need passion that can keep you going because it can get very tiresome at times, but at the same time it is very rewarding. And my advice personally, do focus more on building your passive income, because if you have personal projects that you're passionate about but can't afford working on, this would be the key to give you the chance to work on the projects that you actually want to. It just needs some hard work for some time and then you can sit back and relax and focus on what really matters to you. And while these methods may not all be generating high income, it's still good to have multiple sources of income. Consider it like putting your eggs in different baskets. A little bit from here, a little bit from there, they can pile up on each other and provide you with a somehow decent source of income. Give yourself a chance and be creative, and I wish you all the best on your path and journey. Thank you so much for watching and see you in another video. This video was brought to you by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community that offers thousands of inspiring classes in the creative fields of illustration, design, animation, and much more. It even has classes on useful life and work skills like freelancing, productivity, and lifestyle. In a nutshell, Skillshare offers so much of what you'd seek to feed your curious minds, and the interesting thing about it is that you can get access to all those classes at once when you join. If you don't know, I'm also an instructor on Skillshare. I have 2 courses I teach on there. My Digital Anime Coloring for Beginners class teaches you how to do digital coloring from scratch, and my Anime Drawing for Beginners class teaches you how to start drawing characters from scratch as well. The great news is that you can try my classes and every other one for free now, because the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description box will get a free 1-month trial of Skillshare Premium membership. Head to the link in the description box to join the community, explore, and enjoy learning.